Oh, really?
Really?
That's the only camera you've ever seen?
You had one on the floor somewhere. Floor here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How come your story is the only one and then you add another one and then you add
Because I
another
don't
one?
keep track of it. I have to think about it.
So why'd you cover it?
I didn't intentionally cover anything.
Oh,
But
you didn't?
if I move something in front of it, it wasn't on purpose. I really don't care. I'm not doing anything that is unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you have cameras on?
Oh, why are you covering them?
Why do you have cameras? You can cover them, keep them, do whatever you want. It's all good.
So where's the money that the court ordered?
I don't know.
You're not going to pay it?
I'll pay whatever I'm supposed to pay.
Yeah, well, the court said you have to pay $5,000 for now until they figure out where the other hidden
Okay,
money
then
is.
you'll get your money.
I need it right now.
It has to go to like another place or something.
Well, I need money right now.
Well, you get it when you get it.
No, I'm not
There's a
going to get... I
mechanism for
need
it.
money right now.
Okay.
I had to buy shoes for Abby yesterday. There was $35 left on the credit card.
Okay.
I've been getting donations from people who have been giving me food and toilet paper, as you've seen downstairs. I have to shop with the Speedy card at Speedway to get eggs and stuff.
Well, give me a list. I'll buy whatever you need.
But why do you have to buy what I need? Why can't I buy what I need?
Because I don't know what you're doing with your money that you have no money left.
What money? There never was money. You took
Yeah.
all of Pop Murray's money and my settlement money and then all our shared money.
Right.
So what money do you think I have to
Right.
live off of?
You have $40,000 or $50,000. You got a check from the government on top of it for our tax return of another $12,000 or $13,000.
Right.
That's close to $65,000.
And what did I do with that check?
I don't know, but your attorney, Mr. August, former attorney, Mr. August, has it. So maybe get that money. You also have a $13,000 car.
Why would I take money? Why would I take money from the government?
Because our tax return money, it's owed back to us. Why did give me the check? I could use it.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot. There. I mean, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you that check. You also wanted me to give you the $1,000 Speedway card that I spent that atrocious $1,000 on Speedway card.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Speedway card for $1,000.
Well, you told the judge you spent $1,000 at the gas station.
Oh, the Rite Aid? Yeah, $1,000 on Rite Aid. That's why your card didn't work, because you triggered a fraud alert when you charged so much in gift cards at Rite Aid.
So it was $1,000.
It's not my fault you bounced the credit card.
You like
Don't
to
blame
say
me.
you like
did
to say
it.
it's not my fault.
Right.
So $1,000 in 6 months or over 6 months, I'm buying eggs at the grocery store, and you can't give
Let's talk
us
about the
any money.
$50,000 that you have. Where'd all that money go?
What about the
$50,000.
$250,000 that my grandfather and Erickson gave me?
It's tied up in that Colorado piece of property that we bought. Remember that? That's where it went, Lauren. So when that gets
You mean
liquidated,
Hemlock, that dividends come in your name and not mine?
Yeah, they're under dividends because we use all that money to support your Chagrin Falls
No, you
building.
say that.
Right.
You
Okay.
say that,
Don't
right?
worry, it'll all come out, Lauren. Don't worry.
I know,
All
so
the
if it all
mystical
comes out, then
issues
why are you letting us starve and not giving us money right now if it's all going to come out?
Listen.
Are you waiting till you go to prison for it to come out? Is that what
I'm
you're waiting for?
to go to prison for it to come out. Right.
What?
That's what I'm waiting for.
I mean, what did you...
I'm gonna wait till prison.
Why would
and then it'll
Why
all
would
come
I
out.
cash a tax return when you make less money than the kids?
Why would you cash a tax return when who makes less money?
You make less money than the kids.
I make less money than the kids. It's brilliant logic. I don't know why you would cash it, but don't do it because that money is probably makes you guilty too of going to jail too.
Right.
So whatever you think you need to do, go for it. You have $50,000 you took from our bank accounts, and by all means, I can't imagine what
But
you
you
do
took
with
a
it.
$250,000 of unshared money.
I didn't take anything. You and I, made decisions to buy things. We spent $210,000 on that property in Colorado. $210,000. We also bought this piece of property. And we had to
So
put a down
that
payment down.
property that was in
Right.
Colorado
Yeah.
was under the name Hemlock.
Right, which was our thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where did my grandfather's money go and Erickson's money that you said I was going to get 12% return?
Yeah,
And-
we used that to finance your building in Chagrin Falls.
Oh, we did. My
Yeah.
grandfather's money.
No, the 12% you're suggesting that we had. We invested money And that money's all the money we've used, Lauren, is all gone back to you, your building, our children, and our investments.
How come our children can't get food? Except when you take them out. And why do you think you can just like, you think we're just sitting around and
I don't know
that
what
you
you're
can
doing.
like on a whim come?
Yeah, I can. It's still my house.
No, it's the deed is in my name.
Has nothing to do with it. This is marital property. You can ask Lynn Schwartz or Steve August. Or
Do
any
you
other
do you,
attorneys.
marital property?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
So if
marital
you want
property.
to debate about marital property,
Mhm.
okay, then we've got Hemlock, we've got Erickson, we've got my grandfather's
Right.
money, we've got all this stuff.
Right.
You were getting sued, so the house went into my name so that you could protect the children and I.
It has nothing to do with anything, Lauren.
Well, then why would you put it in my name when you were getting sued?
I wasn't getting sued, but it was a protect your asset type of merge into this trust.
Protect your asset. Protect it from what?
If you get sued, you don't want to lose your house. It's a common thing.
So if you get sued, how would you lose your house?
How do you? Why don't you explain that? I think you.
I'm asking you.
Do you not understand the concept?
I'm asking you.
I know how it works.
Tell me.
If you get sued and they want to take your house, it's hard to take your house. If you get sued.
Well, if you get sued, it's hard to take your house if...
Don't close the door, please.
Well, the children don't need to hear, do they?
No, but we can do this all like we're supposed to on the Wizard. I don't want to be alone in the room with you because I don't know what you're going to do. Maybe attack me
Because you
again.
would rather have it... Well, there's a
wanna be
video
attacked.
camera here. Oh, so I think it is that you just want the children to hear. You
I
want...
just- yeah, exactly. I would love to have the children here. You're being a reasonable person. That's what I'd like to happen here. And not yelling or arguing and disputing anything.
But then that would mean that we would have a good marriage.
Yeah, that would mean a lot of things.
Right, so that isn't the
Where's
case.
your camera?
That isn't the case.
Oh, there it is. Where's your camera?
Oh, there it is. You pointed to it in a
Yeah,
couple
it
other
was there.
videos.
Yeah,
You pointed to it in a couple... Oh, it was... Where was it?
it was on the floor.
Where? Show me where it was.
Down there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you really think these videos amount to anything?
What do you mean?
I mean, you're just harassing me.
I'm harassing you.
Yes, you're harassing me.
Yeah, that's why I'm in my house, right by the door where you assaulted me.
Right where I assaulted you. Right.
I'm harassing you because you
Right.
came into my home where you are, what,
It's your home.
29 out of
Let's just
30
get this for
days?
the record. This is your home. It's not my home. Is that what the judge needs to hear? Is that what you want to put on the record? Is that this is your house? I'm not supposed to be here. Is that what your thought is?
What is your point?
My point is, I'm supposed to be here if I want to be here, and I should be here to be around the kids too. But you have made it such a hostile environment, I can't. By continuing calling the police and harassing me. That's the reality of the situation. No matter what you think, that's the reality. So if you want to dispute that, go ahead. Tell me what it's supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be here because it's your house, right? Go ahead. State it out loud. It's your house. Go ahead. You had no problem telling me over there. I have that on video. Awfully quiet now. You had no problem telling me 2 minutes ago. So now it's okay. So now it's our house again, and I can be here and you won't harass me? Or do you want to call the police again? Whatever you want to do. I can have a reasonable conversation with you if you can with me, but don't harass me. Stop being hostile.
What time are you leaving?
When I feel like I want to leave.
I'd like you to leave.
I'm not going to go anywhere until I feel like it. But thank you for asking. I'm sure I'll leave in due time. And your request has been noted.
Are you going to continue to be this way in front of the children?
You're the one who's being this way. I was in my room, in the guest room, not doing anything, waiting for Marissa as requested, and you're the one who came in and harassed me. So if you want to continue this, we can. Otherwise, I'll go back in the guest room, shut the door like it was, and not mind anyone's business but my own,
Where have you been staying the other 29 out of the 30 days?
wherever I can.
Wherever you can.
Well, since I'm not allowed at home because you don't want me here and you make it very hostile and you call the police, I have to do what I have to do.
Why do I call the police?
I don't know. I really don't know. But you
If I
fabricate
told
a
you,
lot
would
of
you
stories.
believe me?
You fabricate a lot of stories that I've sexually assaulted your daughter, that it's unsafe, that you've been abused. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
I fabricate a lot of stories, huh?
well, I don't believe any of them have rung true, as DCFS has not done much, nor have the Orange Police.
Well, okay, let's look at the facts then.
Let's.
If you're not abusive,
Right.
how come I have no money?
I don't know, Lauren. I don't know what you do with the money. You have $50,000 of our money, plus you have another check for $13,000, and you have a $13,000 automobile you can sell in the garage.
That I can what?
Sell. That represents over $75,000 in assets, liquid, if you wanted it. Beyond that, yeah, I have to pay you money, and as soon
You
as
forgot the $1,000 gas card.
I don't know what you're talking about, gas card. I told you, Rite Aid, you spent $1,000, and it triggered the fraud alert, and that's why your credit card didn't work.
Right, you forgot to add that to what I have, the stuff that you're keeping track of, right?
It's all kept track of, yes.
And that car isn't worth $13,000.
Okay, whatever it's worth.
And
5,000,
anyway, to sit,
but keep it.
yeah, I can't buy groceries,
Okay,
so I need money.
okay. You'll get your money.
What? How
Unless
come
you
the
do it
credit
through
card?
state.
You know, the credit card. You said every month you're gonna, you just got me a new one because you're supposed to put a new, limit on it.
No, I'm not supposed to. In fact, I was instructed not to because I'm supposed to send money to the state to get to you.
And when's that gonna happen?
I don't know. As soon as Vince tells me what to do, I will do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if you're waiting for Vince, you're just, in the meantime, your kids aren't getting groceries?
I don't know, Lauren. Why are you not buying groceries for them?
I don't have money.
Where did the $2,000 a month go? What did you spend it on? Oh, should I look at the credit card statement to figure it out for you? Or you want to just tell me so we don't have to play this game?
Is that enough money to pay for all the expenses and things that we've had?
It should be, because I'm still paying for the house and your insurance and your car. What expenses do you have above and beyond that?
So let me get this straight. The credit card that you said that you were going to be giving,
Yeah.
that I didn't use like for November, December, or whatever, and you reprimanded me because I should have been using it because the $500.
reprimanded
Okay, well everything's documented, so
Okay.
you know that. So the $500 allowance was not enough to support us, right?
That's been $2,000 a month since December.
No. Okay. Well, we have paperwork. We could go back and look
Okay.
at it and see, right?
Whatever you're owed, Lauren, you'll get
But then
all
it
your
was
money.
at that. No, I need money now.
Okay, well, you will get your money when I'll
No.
call Vince tomorrow. I'll
So
figure
you're
it out.
saying no?
Lauren, it has to go through the state. Even if I wanted to give you
What
right
have you
now, I
got in your
couldn't.
wallet?
I didn't have my wallet on me
Why not?
because I don't carry my wallet everywhere I go.
Where's your wallet?
It's in my office.
It's in your office
Why?
with your driver's license.
No, I have my driver's license.
Let's see.
It's not on me.
No? Where is it?
Maybe I don't have it on me. Maybe I do. Why do you want my driver's license?
Why don't you want to give it to me? Why don't you want to
Why
show
would I
it to
give my
me?
credit? Why? What does that do with anything?
Why can't you give us money for groceries?
What does that do with my driver's license?
Where's your wallet?
It's not on me. Yeah.
Right.
I'm afraid
So,
you'll
well, you
sneak
know
in
what?
and
If you-
steal it or something.
Right. Well, you know what we might do is we might take the toilet paper that you're not paying for. We might take
Oh, don't
the
worry, I
light
did.
bulbs.
You took all those things, yeah. I documented all that.
I know you
I know.
documented. So
Yeah, the lock, just the hostile living
you forgot
conditions.
to document. I didn't leave the chocolate on the pillow.
Oh, yeah, right. No, but you left the cockroaches in there. That's fine. I documented that instead.
Yeah. No, you took the cockroaches and put them back in there.
Yeah, because I was leaving the room. I put them back where you want them. But it's okay to store them.
You put them back where I want them.
Yeah, you want them in that room, so I put them back.
But you just complained about that,
Right,
and you always take them
Right.
out
right. Along with the light bulbs and the toilet paper and the soap. and all
because
the
you don't
other-
pay for those things.
Oh, who does?
I do.
Oh, what money? Do you have a job now that I don't know about?
No, I've run out of money. So when
So-
I'm not
so
going to
you
go out
stole
to the
it.
store,
Did you steal it? Where'd you get the money?
I took the light bulbs out of the room
Oh,
and the toilet paper because you can go and buy yourself light bulbs
Oh,
and toilet paper.
okay.
Why am I told you. Am I
Right.
supposed to put chocolates on your pillow too?
you probably should, yeah. That'd be nice. I would like that. Or at least maybe just give me the sheets back and a pillow.
You can get them yourself.
Oh, I can, yeah. I know.
Right, so why am I making your bed?
Because every time I come in, you take it away. We've talked about this before.
Matt.
It's documented before.
Matt,
Lauren,
you made your bed.
I know, and so did you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why there are no sheets.
I know, I understand.
They are
It's okay.
right
I don't
behind you
really-
in that dresser.
I really don't care. It's not really that important. I enjoy this because it just proves to everyone how you abuse. You're the abuser.
I'm the abuser because
You're the abuser.
I won't make your
You're
bed.
the bully. It's documented. It's clear. You do it to me. You do it to your kids. You do it to all of us.
Because
That's
I
why-
won't, because I
that's
take the
why
light bulbs and the toilet paper.
Because you call the police on me, on your daughters. You have no regard.
And why do I call them?
I don't know, Lauren. If I was in your brain, I'd be able to figure it out. But I have no idea why you call the police incessantly. It's not healthy. It's not good. I mean, the police reports are, there's like 15 or 20 of them from the Orange police alone. Do you realize how many police reports there are?
Can I see them?
I don't have them here. I don't carry these things around me, Lauren.
I'd like
But
to
you
see
can
them.
get them.
No, I can't.
Yeah, you can. Because all I have to do is go down there and put your name on a piece of paper with your social security and your birth date, and they'll give you all your police reports. There are like 13 to 18 of them.
What's your relationship with Double Jack?
I don't have a relationship. He's the police officer in town.
How come you talk about him like Double Jack this, Double Jack that?
Because he's consistently the one that ends up coming over here or being involved in this situation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the nights you call the police tend to be the nights that he works. So he knows the situation very well. As to at this point, most of the officers.
Can I have copies of those police reports?
Yeah, Lord, you can have all the copies you want. Call
Okay.
the police tomorrow and get them.
All right. Well, you have no cash on you.
I have no cash on me.
How'd you pay for dinner?
With a credit card.
Okay. So why don't you call the credit card and put some money on it so I can buy groceries tomorrow?
Maybe I will. Will you stop harassing me?
I'm harassing you?
Yeah, you're absolutely harassing me.
How am I harassing you?
Because this is like the Spanish Inquisition where I was sitting in the room and if you just sent a message like, hey, in a nice way, I need money, maybe I would do it. But you're just always hostile and angry and you don't let me see the girls.
No, you can use the
Yeah.
calendar. I don't prevent you from seeing the girls.
You do all the time. Just like you did last Friday night. Just like you did the other
Well,
day.
anyway,
Hey,
you're
it's fine.
abusive,
I know
and
it's
you
a double
contact
standard.
them.
I know, because contacting you just leads to incessant fighting. Because you are extremely difficult to allow me to see the girls. But don't worry, it's
Why
all
do you want to
documented.
see the girls if you're not providing food for them?
Right on. I don't. You're right. I'm just crazy that way. I want to make sure that they're starving to death, that you're not feeding them. That's where I'm double checking.
Well, you are. I mean,
Okay.
where's the money for me to buy
Whatever.
groceries?
Whatever you say.
Well, then give me money. Give me my money back.
Listen, if you can't be nice and
I
friendly,
can't be nice and friendly.
yeah, I'm not giving you anything. It's just, you'll get what you get when you get it.
So you take something from me, and I'm
I've
not
taken
allowed
nothing
to
from
say.
you. You've taken a lot from me. Yeah.
You've taken nothing from me.
Listen, we've taken a lot from each other. I guess is probably the best way to word it. So, and through the state, however the state runs this whole alimony thing, you're gonna get all your money. Simple as that. But in making this inquisition and hostility, I don't want to fight with you.
Then
but
don't come here.
I will come here because it's still my house. I want to see my kids too.
So you can see your kids with the calendar, and you have other
Lauren,
places
it doesn't
to be.
work like that. I don't. You know what? In fact, I don't. I don't. I wish I did.
What happened to Mindy's?
I mean, what happened to Mindy's?
Well, you were staying at Mindy's.
Yeah, at times, and with Steve, and at my office, in a hotel. Yeah,
What about
Yeah.
the apartment?
because the
that
police officers say it's not safe for me to be here.
So then why are you here?
Because I want to be here. Because I'm tired of running around. I'm tired of fighting. This battle is silly. It doesn't have to be this way.
How should it be?
It should be amicable.
It should be.
Yeah.
So then why are you taking money, and why are you being abusive?
Why don't you ask yourself that question? I'm not being abusive.
So that assault in that doorway, that wasn't abusive? Telling me that you were
Right, Lauren.
serious about getting
Right.
violent with me? Did you ever tell me you were
Lauren, your
serious?
fabrications are completely false.
You never told me you were serious about getting violent with me?
Lauren, I've never said anything about being violent with you. I've never even been violent with you. But I know you want to make these allegations because you've had issues of being violent with me. So I understand where it comes from. I'm sorry that you feel that you have to make these things up to get even or whatever it is that goes through your mind. But they're not necessary. They're not necessary. So the sooner you kind of move past this and stop causing all these issues, the sooner off you'll be better, and we'll all be better. So that's why I'm here.
Wait, I don't understand. You're here because I'm supposed to change?
I don't really care whether you change or not. I'm just giving you, hopefully, ideas to make this a little more amicable and not necessarily a battle every step of the way.
But I don't want you here.
But you don't have a choice, you realize, right now.
Why not?
Because we're still married, and this is marital property.
So
So the sooner that ends, the sooner you're right, we'll both be out of each other's hair.
but you are capable of being elsewhere.
At the moment, I'm not, in fact.
You have plenty of other places to stay.
I wish I did. I don't. And I
So
don't want to
for
sleep in my office.
6 months you've been sleeping at Steve's and at Mindy's. I even found an apartment for you nearby.
Yeah.
And you didn't want to take that apartment because you didn't pick it out.
Right.
So why do you told me that Vince tells you to come back here, right?
I
That
come back here because I want to.
you want to. You
Yeah.
want this.
Yeah, I want to see my kids, yeah.
But you're not seeing your kids.
I am.
And you can take them out to see your kids. This
In
is my
fact,
home.
Marissa, it's not your home. It's our home still. At some point, it may be your home.
If
Yeah,
you're going
right.
to talk about technicalities, then hand over my grandfather's money and
Well, it's
Erickson's
a
money.
technicality.
Yeah,
How's a technicality?
I don't know.
Well, then why would you say that if you don't know?
Because 28, 29 out of the 30 days you're gone.
Yeah, because the police continue to come over every time I'm home.
Yeah, so doesn't that mean something to you?
Yeah, it means that this is not working out the way it needs to work out.
Right.
So maybe we should rethink how it works out.
So you shouldn't be here.
No, I should be here.
They told you you shouldn't be here. They said that, why are you here? The judge said it. You have other places to be.
So do you.
You told me.
You actually have a building in Sugar Falls. You can stay there.
I can?
Yeah.
With no water?
We'll pay the water bill. Is that what's separating you from going? If you want money for that, I'll work twice as long to get you money to pay your water bill so you can move over there. You want to make that deal?
I didn't say it was the water bill.
Oh, what is it?
Well, there was a $12,000 water bill,
Yeah.
right? So
Right.
yeah, but I don't know how you'll make that because that's even more than the girls make and
Yeah.
they make more than you.
Right, they make more than me. Right.
So, but the water pipes froze and broke, so they need to be
Right.
repaired.
Okay. So if I get those repaired, will you move out? Maybe just 3 days a week. You want to make that deal? You have a place to go. I don't.
Where have you been?
I told you. My office, Mindy's, Steve's, hotels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
why change it up?
because you're saying that you have a building in Sugar Falls that just needs water pipes fixed and the water bill paid, and then you'll gladly move there? Is that what I'm
It also
understanding?
just needs a
It means that
dental
you have a
office.
place. Well, I can't do it all, Lauren.
Well, how long?
But
did-
if for you to stay there requires $10,000, $12,000, I'll work my tail off to get you there if that's what you want.
Well, why don't you at least let us not starve and give us money so that we could eat?
I am giving you money,
Um,
and I have to look at how you spent it. I don't keep track of it
Why do you have to look at how we spent it?
because you're saying you don't have any money.
Right.
Right.
So I have
It's funny. You go through several $1,000s within a few weeks, and you don't have many expenses.
really.
Pay your insurance, health, car.
You pay my
home,
insurance.
Your house insurance. Yeah.
You pay
all your
my
bills. I pay all yours.
liability and disability. You pay all that.
Not your professional. That's you. Are you working?
Wow.
Wow.
So where's the money for groceries?
I don't know, Lauren.
I had to buy
But we
shoes
will-
for Abby yesterday, and there was $35 left before the credit card was going to be max. I
Well, let
couldn't
me know.
buy her shoes.
Let me know. I'll buy your shoes.
So why does it work that way? Why do you have to? Why can't she shop with her mother?
Because I don't understand where the $2,000 every 4 weeks goes if you have no money.
So, you know,
I know you bought a $1,500 computer, right? Didn't you buy a computer?
so if you weren't so fixated on, yeah, and how old was my computer prior to that one?
I don't know. I don't have a new one.
How old was when was the last computer I bought?
I don't know. I don't keep track of the dates that you bought them.
Maybe,
Believe it or not, I'm not fixated on what you do and what you buy.
no. You wouldn't have like any kind of like files or anything that says money Lauren has spent.
I don't, but I have all the household expenses on there.
You don't want to keep track of what I spend or anything.
No, but it will get computed out, I'm sure.
Okay.
Right.
So why can't I get money for groceries?
You do have money for groceries. You choose to allocate it for other things, evidently.
Right.
Right.
For what?
I don't know. Cigarettes. I don't know. What do you buy with your money? Computers, cigarettes,
Yeah.
beer,
Do you see receipts?
alcohol. I don't know.
Receipts
Whatever you
for
buy.
right?
I don't know. Lauren.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not.
keep
I'm
track
not
of it.
feeding the kids
Well,
because
that's what you're telling me. You're not feeding them, but I see,
I see.
probably a dozen cigarette butts in the garbage.
And you see all those charges with the credit card and everything. Yeah, and that costs like more than food, right?
I don't know. I don't buy cigarettes or alcohol like that.
Oh.
So.
This is all about, yeah. I mean,
I don't
all
know.
my money. The reason why we're starving is because of cigarettes, right?
I don't know, Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe these are questions you should ask yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it I have no money to buy groceries when I have $2,000 a month and no other expenses? So, what other expenses do you have? What are your household expenses?
I need money for groceries.
Right, I heard you for the 18th time, but where's all the other money? What other expenses do you have? $2,000 a month. Where's the rest go?
How do you
all
have
their,
enough money?
all their lunches are paid for, so really, and they don't really eat breakfast, so it's dinner.
They don't eat breakfast?
Maybe they do. Some days they do, some days they don't.
Really?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
reasonably sure. But if you feed them breakfast every day, must be expensive breakfast. I don't know. What are you making them? Just curious. Because we could figure it out.
It's for the math.
If you want to
It's
figure out the math.
it's for the financial math. It's not because of the lifestyle change.
Oh, right.
The fact that I can use 2 eggs or 1 egg.
Right. Lauren, I'm just trying to do the math to understand how you went through $2,000 a month for the past 4 months. And you have no other expenses. If you can help me with that, maybe I can understand it. Why don't you clue me in? Because I paid your Victoria's Secret bill and the Nordstrom bill.
You
and
didn't.
I
'Cause
did.
we were there yesterday.
I did.
When did you pay it?
In the past couple days.
No, you didn't.
Okay. I didn't.
Because we
That's
went in
right.
yesterday and bought shoes for Abby for the dance,
Mm-hmm.
and they said that we couldn't buy anything.
Oh. So you get shoes for her?
No, I did. I said, "Are you sure that?" And they said, "Well, the last bill wasn't paid."
Oh. So then what happened? How'd you pay for it?
So they said they put me on the phone, even though it was express.
Yeah.
They put me on the phone with the bank.
This
or
wasn't
someone-
Nordstrom?
It was Nordstrom Rack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so they put me on the phone and
Yeah.
they said, "We need to do an automatic withdrawal from your account, but it wasn't coming through. It wasn't getting paid.
Right.
And so do you want to make a minimum payment of like $100?" And I said, "Through the bank account."
Oh, which bank account's that?
I said, I don't know if there's funds. And they said, "Well, if it bounces, there's going to be hefty fees."
Yeah.
And so I said, "Well, I have to buy her shoes. So if I approve that you make the withdrawal and accept the hefty fees, I'll be able to get her shoes."
Right.
So that's what I did.
So that's what you did. Okay. So you took care of it.
So there's going to be hefty fees.
Oh.
It's going to bounce, but I got her shoes.
Oh, okay. It's good to know.
Well, if the bill was paid, there wouldn't be hefty fees. Yeah. So you're saying the bill was paid?
It was supposed to have been.
Oh.
Maybe I'll be fine. Maybe I won't. I don't know. You got her shoes. It's interesting. Usually they can't confirm the bank transaction. They don't just make you swear like, yeah, I promise there's money, otherwise there'll be fees. It usually doesn't work like that, but maybe. I'll call tomorrow and try and straighten it out if there's a problem. I guess there's probably not a problem.
Wait, you're saying I made this up?
I have no idea, but usually they confirm. I've had to make these payments before for Nordstrom and for Victoria's Secret because they were in arrears, and they had to wait for confirmation from the bank. They didn't just say, okay, we'll give you fees if it doesn't work. It
Yeah,
was-
they waited for, they called the bank, I guess, and then the bank said
Huh?
that they would make it, but they, or I don't know what they did
Oh.
exactly.
Okay.
But they did call the bank, or they called, there was a bunch of phone calls.
Oh,
And they said there were gonna be fees if the payment didn't come through.
okay.
So how's that?
So is the bank that was saying there weren't funds and they weren't sure there were funds? Let me get this straight. It was the bank when you called, and there were multiple phone calls, I understand, so maybe confusing. But the bank wasn't sure there were funds in the account to cover the credit card charge? Is that,
No,
What are you telling
I
me?
think they said, so Nordstrom called, the lady called a number, and then they had to call somebody to find out if the bill was up to date. And then that person said it's not up to date, and in order to make another charge, you have to make a minimum payment.
Right.
And so they were gonna do an automatic withdrawal from the bank,
Mm,
and they had to get on the phone, I guess, with the bank to get that
okay.
draft. And then they couldn't know within so many hours if it was gonna go through. And they said if it bounced, then there would be all those fees.
Fees. Oh, okay. Well, I'll find out tomorrow what the fees are, if there are any.
Well, I'm sure it will bounce, but Abby got her shoes.
Okay. Fair enough.
But if the bills were paid, there wouldn't be extra fees.
If the bills were paid, there would be a lot of things. If the bills were paid, yeah, you're right.
And is there a reason you don't want to pay fees for the girls' clothes and food?
There's no reason, Lauren. I try to pay all the bills, but there's only so much money in the pot.
Yeah, but you can go to California and you can go out to fancy restaurants, but I have to buy eggs from the gas station.
Yeah, I have to maintain my CME so I can maintain my practice so I can pay these bills, right?
What bills? I'm buying eggs from the gas station on a
What bills? I
$1,000
have to
card.
pay for this house, your car. You have an $830 car. You have insurance on that. I pay for your health insurance as well.
But you don't want to give us living expenses so that we can buy eggs?
Lauren, you have $2,000 a month. Those are living expenses.
No, I don't have $2,000 a month.
Okay, Lauren.
Look at the credit card. See if I've
I
spent
will tomorrow. I'll
$2,000.
have to investigate this
Well,
whole
you know
thing.
what? Instead of investigating it, why don't you give us money for these expenses? Why don't
I
you
have
believe
been.
me? You don't want to believe me? You
I
think
have
I'm
been.
making it up?
I don't know what you're doing.
You
I have
don't
no idea.
see downstairs
I am
that the
gonna
eggs.
say
You don't,
I don't go in the fridge now because I don't want to be accused of poisoning you or something crazy. So I don't go near the refrigerator or any of your food because I don't want to be involved in that. So
well, it doesn't
Um,
matter. I got sick the other day because I ate something that was old.
oh, okay. Well,
Because I can't buy fresh food.
oh, okay. Again, I don't know what you're spending your money on, but minus all the expenses that you have.
What? What? I mean,
Why is it so hard to
there's
understand?
because you have $250,000 of my money that you won't give back to me.
Lauren,
So I
sell
wouldn't
the
be having
Colorado
this
property. You
conversation.
have all that money.
I wouldn't be having this conversation
Lauren,
with
do you really think I have $250,000 sitting in a bank account somewhere, like a Swiss bank account or something? Is that what you were alleging? Let me just get this on camera. Is that what you're stating? That I have offshore accounts or a Swiss account with secret numbers with $250,000 I took for your grandfather 20 years ago when we had no money? That's what I was doing with it. I was waiting for this day when I would take you for $100,000, and then when you had the 10-year lawsuit with Steve Ayers, I was waiting for another $100,000. Is that what you think I did? I have this money sitting in some private account for this rainy day, and that the Colorado property we bought because we had all this tons of money just coming in. I mean, where do you think this money went to? Tell me what you think the money went to. I want to get that on video, so I just know, like, right, so I can say, yeah, the forensic accounting, whatever, they'll look at it and be like, yeah, there's a secret bank account. Yeah. Because every penny of it has gone towards us and these two children. Every penny has gone to Chagrin Falls building or that Colorado property.
How come I don't have enough pennies for eggs?
Because we have way far exceeded our expenditures over our revenue.
How did you afford to go in fancy restaurants with Mindy a couple weeks ago in California?
Because I use my business expenses to entertain and promote my business.
So you have money to do that, but not to buy eggs for your kids?
Yeah, it's called running a business and having personal expenses. They're two different things. But I do provide you money, but for some reason you insist that you have no money. So I'm curious, and maybe we'll audit how the money has been spent with the receipts that you've saved for all the personal expenses you've had, and I'm sure there aren't many, but of course we can look into all that. So when you can explain where the $2,000 a month goes, because I pay all the other expenses, I would love to hear that explanation, what you do with it.
So
go ahead.
After all the explanation happens, and if I can prove to you
Yep.
that...
Yeah.
Hi.
Did you print that application off?
No.
You want to?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll help you when you're ready. Trust me, I'll help with her application so she can buy food.
I know. It's horrible.
Horrible. Horrible to have a job. Crazy. I know.
Wait. You're saying that you're supportive of her having a job?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then why did you make all her tutoring SAT things interfere with her job?
I asked her which days she wanted, and that's what she said, Lauren. I don't know. I don't make any of these plans. I
Why
gave
don't
you
you
the number.
talk to me
I gave you the number, and
after the fact?
Lauren, I didn't give you after the fact. I talked to her. I gave her the dates, and you guys can figure it out. I said, discuss with your mother. I wish I had all the time in the world to write all these messages to you, enter the dates of everything on the calendar. It's unbelievable. I wish I did. Run a business, make the money to pay the bill. I wish I had the time to just do that.
You
I
do
wish.
write me a lot of messages that don't have to do with the kids.
Oh, I do? What was the last message I sent that didn't have to do with the kids?
Oh, you accused me of doing something to your license on your car. What did that have to do with the kids?
You tore off the temporary license plate from my car, yeah.
I did.
You did.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How did I do that?
While you were out smoking that morning, you went over behind my car and ripped it off. It's made of
Oh.
paper.
And you saw that happen.
No, but I don't think anybody else in the neighborhood would want my temporary license. But I could see why you're angry, upset.
So you didn't see it happen, but it must have been me
Right,
when
falsely accused.
that
Falsely
morning,
accused you, right.
while I was smoking a cigarette that morning, I tore off your paper
It's okay
plate.
if you did. I'm not even upset with you.
So
I'm not upset with any of your behaviors. It really, it's okay.
And what does that have to do with the kids? And why is that on the family wizard? If even that did happen, if I was outside that
Oh.
morning smoking cigarettes and tearing off your license plate, what does that have to do with
Did
the
it
kids?
happen? Did you do that?
What did that have to do with the kids?
Did you do that?
What did it have
You can
to do
admit
with
it.
the
It's
kids?
okay. You can admit it.
What did it have to do with the kids? That
Lauren.
your license plate's missing. Wait, I just want to
What
know.
did that have to do with the kids? Because I don't want to ride around in the car without a license plate.
Well, then maybe you should have
Sure what?
gotten a license plate when it wasn't expired.
It wasn't.
It wasn't expired.
No, it wasn't.
No?
No.
Oh,
It actually expired that day.
it did.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was still good that day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And you had intentions of replacing it.
Yeah, I did.
I thought
that
you were
day.
heading right out of town to Pennsylvania that day.
No, it was a Wednesday.
Oh, it was. It was a Wednesday.
A Thursday. I don't remember.
Okay. Anyway.
But you probably remember because you remember the day you tore
So-
off my car. But whatever. It's
Oh,
so
right.
silly.
I tore off your car.
Okay, yeah. The
Outside.
must have been Tooth
outside
Fairy
in the
or
morning.
Easter Bunny or yeah,
Right.
because people just run around the neighborhood stealing license plates here. Happens all the time in Orange. Dangerous
Uh-huh.
neighborhood.
Right. Yeah.
I like your tattoo. It's pretty cool.
So you think that like this is, it's oh my god.
Wow, what?
So what's happening with the charity tournament?
I don't know. You're gonna have a sweater design.
No one asked me.
I sent you an email.
You sent me an email?
Yeah.
When?
Maybe a month ago.
You sent me an email a
I
month
sent
ago.
you an email. That I need your design. Check your emails.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what's my team and all that other stuff? Oh, I have a design.
Okay. so
You're not
that's
on
it.
my team, right?
Not unless you want me to be. It's up to you.
You didn't sponsor your own team?
No. I don't have a team.
Oh.
But whatever you want. I do the tournament for you. You know that. I've always told you that.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, I've told you that. I wouldn't lie about that. I do like it, and I want you to play in it, and I do want you to have a team. So get me your jersey design. You can pick whoever you want on your team. I don't care.
Okay.
So just send me the info. I've been waiting for it.
So who told you had to let me play?
No one told me I had to let you play.
It didn't upset you when the hockey boys bought me food because you weren't?
No, I don't care. I wasn't even there when you were hanging out with them. That's fine. I wasn't there when you had food.
No, they thought I got too skinny. I lost 40 pounds and they wanted to know why I wasn't eating. And I said I didn't have money for food.
Okay.
Except for the eggs and the cheese and the milk that I can buy from Speedway.
Okay.
And the canned stuff and the stuff I get from the pantry.
Right. Gotcha.
Right.
I understand.
But whenever you're done going through all the paperwork to verify if what I'm saying is true, or if the amount of weight I've lost, or the fact that I got sick, but I don't have proof of the diarrhea for you. But eating old food and stuff like that while you're out whining and dining because you have business expenses, and you say, I'm not going to be like Eric. I'm not going to be like these guys, and I'm not going to be that jerk, and I'll get out of this house if I'm being abusive. Do you want to go back and listen to those recordings that you've said?
You know, all that is predicated on the fact that Joyce never called the Department of Children and Family Services, did she? Or the police every time Eric showed up? Did she do that?
What?
Did Joyce, you're saying I wasn't going to be like Eric and all these guys. Well, how did Joyce behave in all these situations? Did she do the same types of things that you've done to me?
Oh, I've done to you.
Yeah. Well, I certainly didn't call the police on myself or the Department of Children and Family Services alleging sexual abuse on you.
So what is the Department of Family Services for?
When you make allegations of that nature, they get involved to investigate.
Okay.
Yeah. So did Joyce do that to Eric?
What's the point of an investigation?
I don't know, Lauren. Why don't you tell me? As far as I'm aware, it's to embarrass me and defame me. That's what the point is on your behalf.
Oh.
That's why you did it.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
There was no reason. Why did you cover the camera?
Lauren, I don't know what you're talking about.
Why
but
the one time?
Why
that
did you
you're
want to
home
defame
alone?
me? Why do you want to defame me?
Why the one time you're alone with her in the house?
Right. Right. It was my opportunity to groom them, like you say. Oh, don't worry. I think the truth is pretty apparent. But yeah, when you defame me like that and humiliate me, I think you know why. None of this goes anywhere. Because you keep making false allegations against me and maligning me and vilifying me.
Why did you cover the camera then?
I didn't cover any camera. If I did, it wasn't intentional.
Oh,
So,
no?
no. I really don't care, Lauren. There's nothing I do in this house, and you know that. You know that from the bottom of your heart. I wouldn't touch any of you people. Any of you.
You wouldn't?
Absolutely not.
You wouldn't
Never laid a
threaten
hand
you-
on anybody, nor threatened anybody. But whatever proof you
Oh my
have,
God.
you told me you've brought to the police already, did you not?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You would never lay a hand on me?
Absolutely not. I never have, and I never would. No matter how bad you think I am, I have never any intention to touch you, do anything abusive.
Would
but
you ever
I know you
say,
believe.
would you ever verbally threaten me? Would you ever say to me, let's get violent, I'm serious?
No.
You would never say that.
No. Why would I say that to you? If I did, Lauren, it was probably joking because you either want to joke like that or whatever, but Never had. I'm not that kind of person.
You wouldn't
I know
say
you
that?
are.
You wouldn't say that after you threw my phone and banged your fists on the table?
Listen, you can fabricate. It's okay. It's all good.
I'm fabricating?
You're fabricating. Because we weren't sitting at the table. Never touched you, never banged any fists. I'm not a violent person, you know that. You know that. But I know you want to make these allegations to make your side feel like, oh my gosh, I'm a horrible human being. I'm beating you up. I'm bad to you.
Letting us starve.
Letting you starve in the streets, right? That's why you call my parents.
Well, you're telling us to go
I
out
wasn't
into the
paying.
streets. You're telling me to go and live in my Chagrin Falls building where
That's
I
not
can't
the
flush a
streets.
toilet.
Well, we can work that out. If you want to agree to leave.
So there you go.
If you want
You're
to
not
agree to
paying
leave.
for food and you're telling us to go, like,
No, I'm not telling us. I'm telling you to go live there part-time.
and leave my children
Part-time, yeah.
with an abusive
Right,
person.
right, with an abusive person. Me, right? I'm the abusive person, right? Is that what you want everyone to believe?
I don't want anyone to believe. That's why people.
Yeah,
I don't want to
right.
believe it. For 20 years,
Right,
you're getting a little too close to me.
right. Well, you're too close to me. Back up a little bit.
You're the one who moved. I haven't moved.
Well, you're standing right next to me. I won't move any closer, don't worry.
Back up.
I'm standing right here.
Back up. I'm not
Put your phone
comfortable.
down close to your face.
Back
It's in my
up.
face.
My phone. I haven't moved. You
Yeah,
got
you did.
in
You
my
went like
face.
this. You did that. There you go. That's better. Perfect. Lauren, I'm not asking you to go anywhere. You don't have to
Did
do
you
anything.
just put? Did you just? You almost.
I almost did nothing.
Uh,
But you can make it into whatever you want to make it into.
okay.
That's how your mind works.
I'm just asking.
You're just looking for something.
Oh no,
Looking.
no, I wasn't.
That's-
I was
that's how this
just
whole thing
asking why your phone went so close to my face.
Because it was in my face.
Oh.
And I was demonstrating how you put your phone out like this 2 minutes ago.
I did.
Yeah, you did. And
Real close to your face.
You did. It was within 6 inches.
Mm.
That's why I stepped around to the side.
Well, you know what? I should be wearing reading glasses, so I do have to wear it. I have to hold it at this distance, or else you're blurry. And I'd
It's
rather.
probably better that way.
What?
It's probably better that I'm blurry in your mind. I'm just a blur, a figment of your bad dream. Right? Isn't that what you prefer to hear?
So. You're okay.
I'm okay. What do you mean?
Like. You getting any help?
Sure. I get lots of help.
You go into that counselor still?
Yeah. There are several counselors, in fact.
Yeah.
I met with Dr. Rivas the other day, kids counselor. Dr. Beam.
Beam?
Beam. B-O-E-H-M-N.
Okay. What are you seeing Beam for?
Psychologist. That the GAO wanted me to say hi to and meet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I have the one over in
That's
Independence.
going well?
Yeah. Everybody seems to think it's going well,
Who's
given the
everybody?
circumstance. The 3 counselors I've met with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about you?
They think it's going well?
Given the circumstance,
Going
Yeah.
what's going well?
the situation that I am weathering the storm as well as can be expected given the situation. I know
So-
it's not self-explanatory. I will elaborate.
What?
I said evidently it's not self-explanatory, so I will elaborate if you want.
Yeah.
I just told you. It's going well given the circumstances. How about you? How are you holding
I
up?
don't understand what that means.
What do you mean? What's there to understand?
Weather the storm?
Are you asking about how I'm doing through this process? Is that the question?
Yeah.
And given the circumstance, I'm doing about as well as can be expected.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So how come do you think that like having Vince is making it any worse?
Do I think having Vince is making it any worse? I don't know. I don't know what it would be like with or without him.
Why'd you break the agreement and have him?
Because I felt like you broke the agreement when you assaulted me and then continued to become abusive with me and threaten me and make more and more false allegations about Mindy and I, that I needed someone to stand up for me because I was not capable of standing up for myself.
But you hired Vince before all those. things that you just listed
No.
that aren't true?
I've always had a relationship with Vince, but I didn't hire him until October 15th, and the assault occurred at the end of August. So in that month's time when we were trying to sort things out, I did not hire him.
Well, you had him on board that last day of August before you assaulted me.
I also had John Shryock on board too.
You called him. You called him on your way home.
Okay, so I called John Shryock too.
Well, you told me you
There are
had
different
Vince
opinions.
and-
You know, if you have like a diagnosis for some sort of medical problem, do you not get more than one opinion if it's something serious that you really are not sure what to do? That you just go with one opinion? So I had two very different opinions.
Mhm.
And the more aggressive you got with me, the more I realized I needed someone to be aggressive on my behalf because I would roll over for you.
You mean
Because my way, I'm just too easy and soft and just want to, you know, roll over.
Why did you ask me if the police were going to be here then when you... I mean, if you just had an affair, why would the police be at the house?
So I've never had an affair.
Okay, so why would the police be at the house? You said, I don't know. The police are going to be at the house.
Because you call the police every few minutes. I don't know.
I had never called the police before, actually, I don't think ever in my life.
Say what? Look, you can look at the police records. They go back for years between all sorts of neighbors, all that type of stuff.
And I never called the police.
Okay. Well, whoever called the police.
Okay, but you're saying I call the police.
Okay, my error.
Could there be others?
Sure, I'm not perfect. But could there be errors on your behalf too? Sure. You're not perfect either. None of us are perfect. But what's your point?
What's my point?
What's your point? What's your point about the police?
So you were afraid that the police were going to be here when you were coming back from Santa Fe.
Yeah, because you were threatening me with all sorts of things. Telling me not to come home or you're calling the police. You can look up the text. Right? Isn't that where the idea would have come from if you put it in text? Maybe review the text that you sent me.
So it was before that.
It was before that. Okay. It must have been. I must be mistaken again that it was before that. But you can confirm it if you look at the dates of those texts.
Because the dates are right. Like your police report
Right.
and all that. Everything's right.
I don't know, Lauren. You know what? None of it really matters anymore. It doesn't.
You've given up?
Oh, I've given up a long time ago. Vince hasn't. He's just beginning, I think. I don't even know. I don't even ask questions anymore. I try to focus on the positive in my life, my kids, my business, hockey. I hope you will do the same. Maybe, maybe not. I know how your mind works. It's hard. But I've been moving past all this to a better place. So,
You know how
in
my
that
mind
sense,
works?
yeah, you're gonna ruminate on this. You're gonna devise ways to try and take me down further, if you haven't already. Call the medical board, make more false allegations. I'm sure you have all sorts of things up your sleeve. I don't know, Lauren. I wish you the best. I do. I want to be friends. I want to have an amicable relationship with you.
Then why are you letting us starve? You would go out to eat with someone and you would pay for their food. Why won't you give us money to
I'll
buy
never
food?
let you starve.
Then give me money for food.
I will.
Right now.
Okay, right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
There's food downstairs. I brought you food. Even better.
You brought me food.
I brought you food.
Yeah.
There's plenty. Yes.
Oh, there's plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Gosh.
weren't thinking to bring me food.
I would have brought you food.
Oh,
I
you
did think
would have?
that. Yeah, if you said, hey, get me
Oh.
something, I would. You know, Lauren, I know you think I have this
Oh.
horrible idea of you. I don't. I still care very much about you.
Mm-hmm.
But I know you have horrible ideas of me, and it's too bad. I wish it wasn't that way, and maybe someday. There's no one else in my life I care about. I still care about you very much.
Mm-hmm.
It breaks my heart that we're at this position. I can't even really think about it because it's heartbreaking. You were always my soulmate. You were. You always were. And you always probably will be. But I know that that's not the way your mind works. I know that's not the way you are to me.
It's not what I am to you.
Vice versa. That I am not your soulmate.
Well,
It just never, I think you wanted it to be that way, but it just never did. It never was for you. It never was. Maybe you convince yourself of it. I don't know. Maybe someday you'll be honest about it.
Did you mean what you said, that it will always be me?
You will always be my soulmate.
Why
I do mean that.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. I just think you're the one for me. I still do. But
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. It's hard.
It's not true, though.
It is true. It will always be true.
I
And it's not true on your end. I get it. But don't tell me what I think and feel. Because I know what I think and feel.
It can't be true.
Lauren, it is true. It will always be true. And the things you allege, I get it. I get it. You think I'm not. But look
I think you're
in
not
the
what?
mirror. That I couldn't believe that it's not true what I'm saying. That you don't believe me.
No, I do believe you.
No, you don't.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
okay.
Don't tell me what I believe.
Okay. Well, then if you believed it, then you would know.
I do believe it, and I do know. And it's not good
What's not good?
that you believe I'm your soulmate.
Yeah. It's okay.
No, it isn't.
Yeah. But you know what?
It's not okay. It's scary.
It will go
Because-
away. Don't worry.
It
I'm not
will?
going to act on any of it. Believe me. I'm not looking to be in a position beyond friends with you ever again.
And this is friends?
I'm trying to be. You don't want to be. You're. Where's my money? We're starving. Where's my money? Where's my money?
Where's my money? We're starving.
Lauren, there's a process to this. You have $50,000.
Yeah, but
Where's
we
all that
did
money?
it every day.
Okay, go get the money out of the bank that you took from our bank account and use that.
But that was half a year ago.
No, it wasn't. It was middle of
Yeah,
October.
you're making
It
a
was
lot
October
of
15th.
excuses. A friend
November
would
15th,
say,
December 15th,
my
January.
friends have brought
It's
me
4 months.
food.
4 months.
My friends have given me canned
I just
goods.
brought you food.
No,
There's
you
food
didn't.
downstairs.
That wasn't
Absolutely.
your intention.
Lauren,
You said there's plenty.
Lauren, there's plenty for both of you. Go ahead.
You see?
Eat it. Lauren, if you really need food, tell me what it is, I'll buy it. Because I'm not supposed to give you mine directly. It has to go through the state.
See, that's.
Do you understand
if
this?
you're a friend,
Yeah.
then you wouldn't let us be hungry.
Lauren,
How much weight do you think I've lost?
I have no idea.
Take a guess.
10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds. I don't know.
Yeah, you couldn't guess, huh?
I guessed. Which one is it? 40 pounds? It's okay to still care about you.
No, it isn't.
Why not?
Because your definition of care
Yeah.
isn't
What's my definition of care?
power and control.
No. If I wanted power and control, Lauren, this would end up in a very different place. I'd let you do and act and behave and do whatever you wanted to do. And I think that was part of the problem. I didn't have a good boundary. And that's what the 3 counselors I've seen have kind of confirmed.
They've
Kind
confirmed
of directly.
what?
That I didn't have good boundaries. And I didn't have control. And I had no power. In fact, most of them said I was the one that was powerless in this relationship. So I know you think maybe I had power because I worked and paid bills and stuff, but that really wasn't power. The emotional power you talk about is the emotional power you possessed.
I possessed.
And you still do possess.
I possess what?
The emotional power in the relationship and the control. You've always possessed that.
How so?
I think to allow for the behaviors that you've exhibited, it's been about you doing what you want to do. And it was not about me controlling you. I had no control over you. I never had control over you. If anybody had control, you had control over me.
How so?
By enabling your behavior to do whatever it was you wanted me to do. You manipulated me into positions to do what you wanted to do. That's the definition of it.
Yeah. So I manipulated you into.
It's my behaviors. Yeah.
Oh, I made you the way you are.
I think so. I don't know. We're still kind of looking at that.
And the way that you are is.
I am a very passive, non-confrontational person. And if I was really a controlling, abusive power figure that you allege, I don't think it would have allowed for all the behaviors that went on.
What behaviors?
All the things that have gone on in our marriage. All the problems that we've encountered. So.
What
But
problems?
that's what.
Like that.
Oh, my bad. There were no problems in our marriage. Our marriage is perfect. And this is just a whim of.
Oh, so you noticed that there were problems all along?
Yeah. As much as you did.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
We've talked about them time and again, Lauren.
Like what were the problems?
I think you know what all the problems were. We've
What?
discussed them at length.
I don't know.
This isn't about the problems we had. This is about the allegation that I had power and abuse, and that's what caring is in my mind. That's what you allege, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm telling you that's just not the case.
Then why don't I have money for eggs?
Lauren, I've given you plenty of money, and you have $40,000 to $60,000 you can go buy eggs with. Do you not?
No.
Where did all the money go then?
Power and control.
No. Question and answer.
Power and control.
No. Question and answer.
Power and control.
If you believe that all this is power and control, that's on you. It's a simple question.
There's no.
You're crying that you have no money, and I ask a question, where did it go? It's not a control. I'm not saying anything. I'm just asking a question. But I understand that you believe because I'm questioning you that I must have power and I must control the situation. If you said, you know what, this is why I bought X, Y, and Z, I'd be like, okay.
Why do I have to tell you?
Because you're asking me for money.
No, it's my money. I want it back.
No, it's our
Power
money.
and control. Murray, Erickson, if I never gave you that money and I put it in my own bank account,
Yeah. We would not have the Colorado property. We wouldn't have this house.
I would have eggs to feed my girls.
Well, you have $50,000 of it. Consider that the down payment.
And over half a year, where did $50,000
How do you figure
go?
half a year?
Because that number hasn't changed since 6 months ago.
Let's talk about when this started. It didn't start 6 months ago. It started October 16th, November 16th,
No, it started
December 16th,
end of August.
January 16th, February 16th, and 2 more weeks. That's 5 months, almost. Not quite. It's actually 2
What
weeks
about
shy.
end of August?
About end of August.
That's when it started.
No. No, it didn't.
Isn't that
I'm
when
still
you
living-
came back from your trip?
Lauren, we didn't have these fights until right before I went to Washington, D.C. in the middle of October. In fact, in September, we were going to Barnes & Noble. We were discussing things. We were trying to work through this. We sat on the floor in there. But, okay, you have in your mind 6 months. Well, it'll be 6 months. I know you want to have this idea that you've been on the street for 6 months, living in homeless shelters. By all means.
It's not in my mind.
It's not what?
In my mind.
Okay, then they're real. It's been going on for 6 months, maybe even a year now. Maybe longer. I don't know, Lauren.
No, I said it end of August, right? That's when you're saying that nothing has happened. There's been no fight.
Right.
But you wrote a police report that there was a fight in the end of August that you had to write a police report about. So how was there no fight if that happened end of August?
That's not what we're talking about.
So since then, you said you took me off as beneficiary because I assaulted you. So there's been a lot of financial stuff that I think's been going on since 2009 when Hemlock was my name was taken out of these
2009.
documents.
So it's been going on for what, 7, 8 years now.
No,
8
that's
years.
one example, but when Murray passed away or,
What
all
year
this
was
other
that?
stuff. Are you kidding?
No. What year was that? Was it 2009?
You're asking me the date.
Yeah.
You're asking me the year?
Yeah.
What's your point?
I've been planning and plotting for what, 20 years now?
You're trying to change the subject? Or
I'm
you're
not trying
trying
to
to,
change the
like,
subject, I'm just
focus
trying
on
to
a
point out-
detail? You're trying to dodge what's really going on? Like, clip your toenails?
Right. No, I just find it interesting that you believe I've been planning and plotting since 1999, 2000, 2009. I've changed names, information.
Didn't you take out credit cards in my name?
I don't take out credit cards in your name.
Oh, you didn't?
Did you sign your name to it?
No.
Okay. So I fraudulently put your name on a credit card? Is that what you think I did?
That's what you've been doing.
I've been doing
Why
that.
was my credit score 840, 830, and now I can't get a $600 loan?
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because we defaulted on the Chagrin Falls property.
We?
Yeah, we.
Did you get an attorney?
Yeah, I have an attorney.
Who's that?
Vince.
Oh, he's helping you with the Chagrin Falls.
He's my attorney, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What's
So
wrong with that?
you actually took the mail this time that I left you for the
You
Chagrin
gave it
Falls?
to me. You took it out of. It was in Abby's hockey bag, and I took it out.
Yeah. Prior to that, I put it in the mailbox, and you just wouldn't take it.
No, because there's nothing in the mailbox. Every time I check, that you take it. Just like the tax return money.
You took it out of the mailbox and you put it underneath in that other little loose newspaper hole.
What?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh
I
no.
must have-
And then I reminded you you need to take the mail. And again, or I left it on in the laundry room, and you. That's why the Nordstrom bill thing happened yesterday, and the Victoria's. And you know how much money. You know how much money is going to be charged in all these
I know,
arrears?
thousands. I know. Believe me, I know.
So power and control.
Power and control. That's right.
That's abuse.
It's abuse.
And you want to know why the
Right.
children do well when you're not around.
Right. Must be the case. I'm not around, so everything is flourishing.
I wanted you to get help.
I understand, Lauren.
There
but,
isn't any though.
but the guardian knows that you're prohibiting me from seeing the kids is not healthy.
And
So when you
yesterday,
tell me that they do better when I'm not around, I just like to document all that. It's good.
so
it's good to have this
yesterday when Marissa was sulking and sick
Right.
because you punished her,
I punished her, right? You want to see the text? She said she wanted to go over to Dylan's. I said, okay. She said, maybe we could do, she was apologetic. I said, no problem. We'll go to dinner tomorrow. But believe what you want. Okay.
oh, right.
Yeah.
But what about the movies that you were going to take her to and then you canceled on her
When was that?
yesterday?
No,
No?
it was never in the plan. She was going with Dylan.
Oh?
That's what she texted me.
Oh.
Don't, I'll put it in the next message I send.
Maybe you should use the message system
I
that the
do,
court
Lauren.
orders
Yeah.
instead of
Maybe you should
putting
too.
her in the middle.
Lauren, half the time I don't know where you take them.
You know, if you're gonna
It's okay.
if you're gonna be late and you're gonna break your commitments, and they're here with me, and you're 28 or 29 out of the other 30 days
Right.
not here,
Mm.
then you can assume that I'm gonna be doing their laundry and dressing them. And
Right.
no,
I don't know, Lauren. I just know that when I try to make plans, you try to foil them time and again.
you have a great system. You have the
Yeah.
court-ordered OFW
I do,
to use.
and then I find out that, oh, I've taken Marissa here, I've taken her there. Oh, she's not even at home anymore.
What?
I was fortunate tonight. Yeah, the
Because
last
you put
time-
it in the calendar.
Last time you told me, quote unquote, I have no idea, I'm not with them. And so when I said, well, Marissa, where are you? She's like, oh, I'm with mom in her car. But you had put in writing, I wasn't with them. So your blatant lies.
You know what? You don't
Deception.
think that she got in the car from the time she was sitting on the playground and I was in the car waiting for them.
Right. You said you weren't with them.
I wasn't. They were on the playground and I was in the car.
Oh, you meant it, not a literal translation. I was supposed to understand through a text message that you were with them but not with them.
So I'm supposed to get out of the car and stand next to them while they're on the playground?
We shouldn't write a message if there's more than one way to interpret it, that you're not really away from them. So you're message her, right, perhaps, Marissa's at the playground, I'm sitting in my car nearby, I can go ask her, but your message said, clearly, I'm not with them, period. How was I supposed to interpret that?
That I wasn't going to talk to them because I was sitting in the car and they were on the playground.
But that's not how,
And you have a phone and you could communicate with them,
right, and so I said,
which you do. So
I
why
said-
should I get out of the car? I'm there making sure they don't get hurt. I'm supervising, but I'm not going to sit there and get in the
Because-
middle of your junk. I don't want to be in the middle of that, right?
I know.
Why should I?
Because the 3 or 4 messages I sent before to both of you went unanswered.
To both of us.
Yeah, look at your messages. I'm
So
like, where are
doesn't
you?
the court say that
Yeah.
we should be communicating with each other about their? We shouldn't put that pressure on them.
You shouldn't have to have any pressure either, Lauren. Just respond in time.
If have you read the contract?
I have. Have you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Respond
never put
in
anything-
time. What
Yeah.
does that mean? Respond in time. Then
In
if
a
you've read the
timely fashion.
contract.
In
Okay.
a timely fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when there's something scheduled, you should not disappear with them and not be responsive.
Right, but if there's something scheduled and you don't show up for hours,
Right.
what are we
For
supposed to
hours.
do? Wait
Right.
around?
I know. I wish I had like that 9 to 5 job. I wish it would be great, but sometimes things run late, Lauren.
So
You know that. You're a
so you
healthcare
don't use the
provider.
messaging system to tell
I
us?
did.
It wasn't
I
until
did.
7 p.m. when you had that you were coming at 5. So
No,
they're
I got
supposed
here
to
at
sit around for
6.
2 hours. You called at 7 when
I
you
put
hadn't even
several
left
messages
happy
in.
hour yet.
Right. I wish I was a happy hour.
It was Friday
Again,
at 7.
again.
You're like, I haven't even left the office.
I hadn't. Believe it or not, I actually had patients through 6:30 or 6 o'clock.
But you said on the calendar that you were going to be there at 5.
Right. Just like tonight. I have guesstimates because I want the kids around so I can get them and not have to drive all over creation guessing where they might be next.
So if you have a guesstimate, why don't you use the message system and say, I am going
I
to
did.
be there at such and
I
such?
did. And you
Right.
didn't respond.
I didn't respond.
No.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah, right. You said, oh, I'm not with them. You may want to contact
Oh,
them.
that
So-
night.
Right, that night.
No.
The night, the last time I made a
Because it was
schedule plan.
2 hours later and they were at the playground.
It was
She
2
waited
hours
around for 2 hours. It was almost
Right.
7 p.m. You said you were
Right.
going to come at 5.
Right. Well, then you should have put a message in and say, hey, you're running late. They're at the playground. Come get her here. But I know that would be burdensome to you.
What difference does it make?
Because you're saying I don't communicate, but I do, and you're
What
the one.
difference? No, because you're
You-
gonna get critical of me if I say they're at the playground. You're gonna say, why'd you take them to the playground? Why didn't you make them sit there, wait with their,
Right,
make their
that's
hair
what I was.
and wait for me
That's cool.
for 2 hours? I took
Just
them
like
to the
tonight.
playground.
Just like
What
tonight.
do you want? I mean, you're just
I
gonna
want you
be,
to communicate.
you're
That's
gonna
all.
be critical of like every. So what? So you pick them up at like a mile away from where you would have picked them up. You made them wait for 2 hours.
Right,
So
well,
what is the
the point is,
stop?
no, you stop.
You stop.
I'm not being critical, Lauren. I'm saying just communicate. Like tonight was perfect. I said around 6. You said she's at Dylan's. It worked out perfectly.
No, you didn't say it around. You said you had in the calendar 5.
Right, because I wasn't sure what their plan was and what they were doing.
So an hour later, you let us, or minutes before, which
No,
was
it's at 4 o'clock,
no, it was like
4:15.
no,
Look at the message.
it was close to 5, and it was close to the time you were supposed to come. And so it was a good thing that she was there. So we've learned that the behavior is not reliable.
Right.
Just like every event that
Every event.
you schedule for hockey, and I'm
Lauren.
supposed to make up for you with gas that I can't pay. That
I
is
know.
a ridiculous
It's
amount because I have
crazy.
to buy eggs
I know.
or cigarettes. Oh my God, which instead of food for the kids, right? Or and transport the kids to all these places that.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I suggest that you use the calendar because I really would like for the girls to have, you not let them down and
Lauren, I agree.
and the spontaneity thing, like it was perfect. You didn't like not having a knock on the door. I honestly didn't know you were in there, so
Oh, okay.
that's why
I just said I didn't know you're in here. That's what I had to say. Was that so hard to be like, hey, I had no idea you're in here. I'm sorry, I would have not.
Do you notice that you've been telling me how I should have said what was said in that I'm not with Marissa? I should have said she's on the playground. I should have said this I should have said, that I shoulda. It's not about power and control.
It's about
And-
communication.
Right. But the communication should be you're going to be there at 5 o'clock. And if you're not there at 5 o'clock, then.
Like I said, my life, I wish it was that systematic. That when my patients end at 5 o'clock, I just kick them out the door, no matter what problem's going on, what's happening. That, 5 o'clock, I have to go pick my kids. I'm sorry, we can't discuss anything further. I have to go. Is that what you want me to behave?
Homework.
Homework.
That's another excuse you use. Patience, right? Homework. It was, and Rover's Morning Glory, that January 20th show, that was an emergency too, right?
What does that do with anything? It's work. It's called marketing and promotion.
Right, and then that money that you make goes
To pay the bills. I know,
for the
crazy.
food.
For the food and the house.
That
and
we don't
your
have.
Car.
My
your-
car.
Yeah.
And
your
it would have
car.
been nice communicating to
Right.
me that my car was, every time I asked you,
Yeah.
that you were paying that bill.
Lauren, it was being paid, and then you didn't give me any statements for several months.
Oh, so it was or it wasn't getting paid?
It was. Look at the bills. Who else paid it? You didn't pay it.
Okay.
But don't worry, I've been paying the bills.
But we would have these
and that's why I want-
conversations, right? Where you would be like, well, maybe I'll pay for the car.
Well,
It's not about power and control.
it's all about power and control, Lauren, and you have it all.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what you want from me. I pay the bills as much as I can.
Well, just like
I know.
$20 or $50 or whatever you got in your wallet, like the $5 the other time I asked for Fruity Pebbles, but you said you had only 37.
Yeah.
But you could pay $100 for oysters.
Yeah, because I was trying to seduce my daughter. I was giving her oysters. They're aphrodisiacs. Right? Isn't that what you want me to tell you? That's what your allegations were. Why else would I get oysters for her? That's what you alleged. Yeah, that's what Steve August told Vince Stafford, who told me that's what you alleged. Yeah, that's what I'm up against. Someone who makes these allegations. And you wonder why I have Vince? It's because you continue to make the worst of this by making these crazy allegations of things that are just repulsive and defaming and vilifying. It's sad. I'm not that person, but I know you want me to be that person to justify all your behavior, how you're doing all these things, that I'm starving you, calling my parents, I haven't paid the mortgage, that we're out on the streets living in homeless shelters. That's what you sent my parents.
And it wasn't true, huh?
It wasn't true, Lauren. The mortgage was being paid.
Okay. You paid the mortgage. But all the other
But you said I
things-
didn't.
All the other things. Well, you weren't there.
When? When did I've never missed a mortgage payment, Lauren. Don't even give me that nonsense, okay? Talk about what you know. If you were living in a homeless shelter, that's on you. That's on you. Had nothing to do with anything. The mortgage is being paid. Never missed one payment. Nor, maybe I was late because you froze the bank account in some October, November. But since time and again, you continue to find any possible human being you can to defame me and vilify me. You don't think the guys at hockey told me what you told them? You don't think the people that surround you for the moment that are friends with us tell me these things? Do you not know that it just makes everybody look bad? I never say anything bad about you, ever.
You just do that.
Why do you think my friends still talk to you? I care about you.
Then why
Simply
why
put.
can't we have eggs?
I don't want to go around in circles with you, but think about the things you allege and the
It doesn't make
accusations.
sense.
I know it doesn't make sense, Lauren. None of this makes sense. But maybe some way, somehow, you'll figure out a way to make sense of it all. But I can't help you there. The money you need, you'll get. Whether it's today, tomorrow, the next day, you'll get your money. Fear not.
But we need it now for day to day.
Then go to the bank and take out the $50,000 you took from our bank account
It's
on
gone.
October 24th. Okay, then it's gone.
Half a year's passed.
Okay, half a year's passed. That's good to know. So in your math, figure it out and make it happen for the next day or two.
You're not going to give us any money for the next day or two?
No, I'm not going to give you any money until Vince tells me how to do this thing through the state of Ohio.
And you
Because
told
it
me
clearly
you weren't gonna
says.
use Vince.
Did you read the letter?
But you weren't going to use Vince.
Well, that was before you were aggressively hostile and defamatory to me.
But you still love me and care about me and want me to have eggs, and then you're listening to
Yeah,
Vince, and
that's
so
one-sided.
the next couple of days we have to start.
Clearly, I'm a fool.
And you can come here
Yeah.
and face us
Yeah.
and say, I'm not going to give you money to eat.
You'll get your money, Lauren, but did you read the letter?
No, I want money for the next couple of days. I wanted to pay for her shoes.
Okay. But you paid for them.
Yeah, now there's going to be all these like expenses.
Don't worry about it. It's
because
on
you're
me.
not paying it.
It's on me.
I know, but that's crazy. And it
It's
took
all
long.
crazy.
We were on the express line.
Do you know how much the bill for all these things is going to be? For the house, for the Sugar Falls lawsuit, for all this stuff? It's crazy. You're right. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And how much money do you make? Are you an oral surgeon or a plastic surgeon?
I think you know the answer to all these things. But I know you want to defame me further. Go ahead. Defame me.
Defame you?
Yeah.
What are you?
Go ahead. You know exactly what I
Are
am.
you a plastic surgeon?
You know exactly what my training is.
Are you a plastic surgeon?
You know my training.
Are you a plastic surgeon?
Did you write that letter? Did you write that letter? Did you send it to the medical board yet?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Did you send the letter to the medical board yet? Go ahead. Do it.
Wait, what?
I don't know. I'm just wondering what you're up against here.
What do you mean?
I'm just waiting for you to write a letter to the medical board making all these accusations. Did you do it yet? Come on. You can make all the allegations you want, Lauren. My training is my training. You know exactly what I am. Who I am, what I am. Right?
Are you a plastic surgeon?
What do you think?
Why can't you answer that question?
Because I don't need to. You know what I am. You're just asking to try and rile me up, get me angry. I don't really care what people think or know. I don't advertise or mislead. I tell people exactly my training, my background. I have no problem with it.
So why can't you tell me?
Why do you have to ask the question? Why ask the
You
question?
said you have no problem with it. So if you have no problem
I'm
with
curious
it,
why you want to ask that question.
you said you have no problem telling people what you are. Are you a
I know.
plastic surgeon?
But you know me. So why do you have to ask that question? What is it about that question you think is going to...
I'm documenting it. Are you a plastic surgeon?
Are you a dentist?
Yes. Are
Okay,
you
good.
okay? But so you can't answer that.
I don't
You have
need
to
to.
ask whether you want to talk about your toenails.
We can talk about your toenails, sure.
Are you a plastic surgeon?
Why? Why is it so important to
Do
you
you
to document
believe?
this?
Do you believe you are?
Do I believe what?
That you're a plastic surgeon?
I believe my training speaks for itself.
Are you a plastic surgeon?
Lauren, you know the answer to all these questions.
Are you a plastic surgeon?
Why do you want to ask these questions?
Why can't
just
you
curious.
answer? Why
Because I
can't?
don't need to. It's foolish.
Are
Why
you?
am I going to engage this nonsense?
Are you a plastic surgeon?
Lauren, you know darn well.
You're not.
Isn't that what you want me to say?
Well, are you?
Are you? Why do you want to ask these questions? I mean, what is it about that question that you think is going to be so damaging to me?
I didn't think it was. I just was asking a simple question earlier.
Why are
and
you
I
asking
think
this question?
It just ran. You
What's
ran
the
down
sense?
this road of
What's the sense of this question? Why is this so
angering
important to you?
you.
I'm not angry. I think it's interesting. I'm curious why you're so demanding to have an answer, to have this documented. Why do I need to document whatever it is you want to hear? Is there a reason?
Are you a dentist?
I'm a dentist. I just fill teeth, scrape teeth, pull teeth. That's what I do. I'm a dentist. There you go. It's all documented. You have your answer. But you can use it in court and tell all the people how I'm a dentist. How I do all sorts of body surgery, but I'm a dentist. You can tell them
Vagina tightening.
all sorts of things, Lauren. Toenails, vaginas,
No, you don't do
fingers.
toenails. That was just.
How do you know? How do you know what I do? Now you know what I do? You knew before, evidently.
Well, you advertise on the radio
Right, for breast implants and cosmetic surgery.
and vaginas.
And everything head to toe. There's not one part of anatomy I don't deal with externally.
Because you're a plastic surgeon?
No, because I do all the things that I'm trained to do.
But you can't say you're a plastic surgeon,
I don't.
can you?
I don't.
But you don't correct the misconception.
What
Right.
misconception?
When Rover talks to you about Hollywood plastic surgeons and
So I can't have an opinion on plastic surgeons?
well, you have duty to correct when he's saying what's the difference between this plastic surgeon and that plastic surgeon, and
Why is it
why
my
is
duty?
he talking to you?
Why is it my duty to correct?
Because you're on probation?
So on probation, my duty is to correct one plastic surgeon to another plastic surgeon?
No, that you're not a plastic surgeon. The whole reason he's talking about plastic surgeons is because he believes you're one. That's why you're there to do the breast contest. And
Right.
you
So
don't.
if someone does a root canal, do you do root canals?
No, we're not changing the subject.
Oh, we
right
can,
now.
but we can give another analogy. That is exactly the same thing. Do you do root
Rover
canals?
wanted you to be there
Okay.
because
Yeah.
you were doing the
Because I do
booby
breast implants,
contest.
right.
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 And he thought you were a plastic surgeon. That's why he's saying, what's the difference between plastic surgeons in Hollywood versus the ones in the garages or
Right.
whatever?
Right.
And you just got suspended for deception, for
Right,
failure to correct.
right. Failure to correct, right. That's what it was, right.
And so when he brought up the subject
Yeah.
to you, you talked about clipping your toenails
I talked about clipping my toenails. Okay.
because you didn't want to correct. You just changed the subject like you do now,
Oh,
like talking about root canals.
right, because training in medicine, just like dentistry and law, most professions, there's overlap.
But you can't call yourself a plastic surgeon.
And I don't.
Well, you let him. You let the whole
So if someone
public
calls you
believe.
someone that does a root canal doctor, do you correct them? I'm not. Oh, no, I don't really. I'm not really a root canal doctor, but I do root canals.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. You correct them.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh.
I don't claim to be an endodontist.
I don't claim to be a plastic surgeon.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Oh, you don't.
Show me where I claim that.
You
But if
don't.
someone says you do root canals, you'd say, yeah. Do I do breast implants and plastic surgery? I do.
But if somebody says to you, "Are you a plastic surgeon? What's the difference between this plastic surgeon and that kind of plastic
And I explain
surgeon?"
it.
And you explain,
Sure.
well, I'm not a plastic surgeon. I don't want to give out that impression to the
Right.
public that,
Right. Because that's what's important.
And then when people, what, it's not important,
It's important that you explain your training.
right?
And my training actually is superior to most plastic surgeons, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
Because all I did was cosmetic surgery. And most plastic surgeons, if you look at it, aren't really well trained in cosmetic surgery.
So why
Just
not
like-
explain it?
Because it's not necessary. I don't need to toot my own horn. And if I wasn't good at what I did, I probably would fail.
But I
quite
mean-
to the contrary, I'm not failing. And everything I do, I have privileges for, and I am certified in cosmetic surgery. So to split hairs about it as you profess as to be, deceptive, is not really necessary. And it's a waste of time. And in fact, no one really cares, Lauren. But if they do, I'll be glad to explain it. Because I don't deceive anybody. I don't promote myself as a plastic surgeon. In fact, I promote myself as a cosmetic surgeon. And that's what I am.
Then why the medical board?
But I understand you want to put this on record to document the fact that you think I'm deceptive and I change the subject when people confront me about my training, but that actually isn't even true. But I'll let you, have these misconceptions and these false, just consistent with everything else you do.
Mhm.
Yeah, you just want to paint me in a bad light. I mean, what? You realize the
I'm,
only reason you
painting- I'm
paint.
not doing anything.
Yeah,
It's
you are.
I'm
Yeah.
just me. You're doing you.
Right.
I do the driving and make up for your emergency when you go on the
Right.
radio show to
Yeah.
get your kids where they need to be.
Right. Oh, the driving, right. That was actually the Cokers, if you recall, that you really didn't want them to go because you thought it was my duty. That was a derelict of my duties to not maintain my practice and promote my practice so I can pay you and pay the bills.
But you're
etc.
not paying me or the bills.
Oh, the bills are just getting paid by magical monies.
I don't know
The
what
money
happened
tree in
at
the backyard?
Nordstrom or what happened at the Victoria's Secret or why my credit is gone from 840 to nothing and why we don't have
Mm-hmm.
eggs. Yeah.
Well, your credit went down to nothing, just like mine did, because we are in several lawsuits about money with banks.
Yeah. well, I don't know how you were able to pay for your practice and my suddenly.
Magical money. I took all the money from your grandfather into a Swiss bank account with secret numbers, and that's what I used to finance the deal. Did you get the forensic account? They'll find it all. There's offshore money. Can we sit down? My back's starting to hurt.
Sure.
Right. You want to go that way? I'll go that way.
Okay. I'm gonna get my charger.
Okay.